Hello and welcome to week 12. Yes, another week where I sit and tell you what the builders have been doing. I promise one day soon we are going to have to actually get in on the action. I think we might be like about 2 weeks away from having to paint. Maybe a bit longer. First of all, just want to say, excuse my finger. In the garden room, it's really hard to prepare food. There's not enough space. So we've already had one injury earlier in the summer, and now I've got the other one. It has not stopped bleeding, so please excuse my little finger as I'm talking. Okay, so what went on? So on the Monday, we had more plumbing going on. The waste pipe was installed upstairs and lots of other pipe work running through the floor joists. Don't ask me what it's all for, but it got installed. So that was nice because it's just nice to know that we've got the first fix going in of the plumbing. And we need to start ordering radiators. And we've been told we need to order the shower tray, so we'll be doing that soon as well, which is exciting. So on Tuesday, much to my surprise, because again I thought this was going to be happening a few weeks away, not this soon, we saw that the roofing company were here at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And what else is a roofing company doing at 8 o'clock in the morning? They're going to be starting our roof. So they started the roof tiles on Tuesday and there was loads of guys on site. There was a real good buzz around the bungalow and they worked really hard on the roof, and they did loads for what I imagined that they would do in their first day of tiling. So yeah, already just started looking so much better. And obviously while they were doing the back of the house, our carpenter was doing the front of the house. He was finishing up the front dormer, which I've got to be honest, looks insane. It's like one of my favourite things I think about the house at the moment. The front dormer looks so good. So he finished that on Tuesday so that the roof tilers could then do that section on the Wednesday. And then the rest of the guys were busy then getting the insulation ready up in that first bedroom that had just been constructed. So it was all go in that room at the front of the house. So again on the Wednesday, the roof tilers came back and they did, I think, all of the roof tiles in a day, which was amazing. And the weather wasn't great. It wasn't raining all day, but it kept coming over, raining on them, and then it would go sunny again. So it was really difficult weather to try and like dress for, and I bet they were boiling, but then like getting rained on at the same time. So yeah, we had the guys on the roof doing the tiles, and then we also had our carpenter and the builders doing the damp proof membrane on top of the dormers as well, with lots of glue and things like that. So that was all going ahead as well. All of them were on the roof on that day. So yeah, again, it was a real good buzz around the bungalow, lots of people here. We also had our window guy come, and this was the final measurement. So everything after this then, all we had to do was approve the window. So I'll pop up some of the illustrations that we had back here. So we basically just had to have a look at the illustrations and go back to the window guy and say that we approve, and then they can put the order in. So we said yes to the windows, all the windows just go ahead. The back doors, we wanted to just clarify kind of like the specification on them. So we wanted kind of, well, we're going for sliding doors, so 3 panes of sliders, and we wanted to make sure like the sight line of the frames weren't too chunky, because the reason we didn't want bifolds is because they are quite chunky, because obviously you've got 2 doors stuck together which make quite a thick border. And if you go for 5, then you've got a lot of like UPVC or aluminium across. So what we wanted was sliding doors, because my argument was, you know, the UK is always raining, and like very rarely am I going to have all of the bifolds wide open. I even think on a hot summer's day you probably don't want all of the bifolds open anyway, because the house will get cold, flies will come in. So I just don't know, I just felt like I was trying to really put myself in a position of the future and like trying to imagine myself using the bifolds, and I just felt like I'll be inside most of the time. with the doors closed, so I'd rather have them look like as much glass and light coming in and being able to see the garden once the garden's done. Hopefully it'll look really nice out there. I just felt like I'll be inside with the doors closed most of the time. I may have all the bifolds open like once or twice a year to show friends, and then guaranteed I'm going to close them again, because if you're outside, why do you need the bifolds wide open? This is just my thought process. So anyway, I've gone for sliding doors because you can still open 2 and then stack up on the 3rd. And you've still got a massive space open, but you can also just have it open about that much to let the dog out in the winter, and close it again. So we've gone for sliders. We're going for sliding doors with a 35mm frame, which is quite thin. So I'll have lots of glass and not as much frame coming through. I've also ordered them to be on 3 tracks. So if you're thinking about doors, this is all the type of stuff that you need to think about. 3 tracks so that I can open them this way, I can open them that way, or I can open the 2 side ones and put them together in the middle if like you've got lots of access for the kitchen and people coming in for the dining room, for example. Just make sure your dog doesn't run into the middle panel. But yeah, so we've gone for the 3 tracks and the thin sight lines, which is what we've always wanted. So I might have shown you before that we've actually got a gas meter at the front of the house. It's inside the property, and originally I was thinking let's just leave it there, like it's not worth the money, because I'll tell you now, you can only get Wales and West, or whoever does your gas in your country. In our country it's Wales and West, only they can move it, and it's £907. Just to move a gas meter from inside to outside is actually extortionate. So for a long time I was like, no, we won't bother, we'll just put a box over it. But now it's becoming an issue. So the electrician can't put like the lights for the outside there, he can't put the lights for the inside there, which is naturally where they would go, which would come in on the left. And also the door, we want a door with a glass panel because there isn't any natural light in the hallway. So we didn't really want to compromise on that glass panel, but in order to have the glass panel, we need the gas meter moved. So we have instructed Wales and West to come and move the gas meter. Yes, £900. It's disgusting, I know. So we can't get our front door until the gas meter's moved, so that the guys can cut out a bigger hole and then he can come back and measure for the front door, which is going to massively delay the project because it takes 6 weeks for the doors to arrive, and they haven't even been ordered yet. I'm supposed to be finishing in like, when I'm recording this, 4 weeks, but it's going to be, I think, delayed because of the doors, unfortunately. Guys, if you're liking these videos, then please, 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 would you subscribe to my channel? We're nearly the end of like the mucky part of the build now, so I think you would really enjoy following the journey after the build as well. So be sure to subscribe if you are liking this type of content. I post every Thursday. Sometimes I've had a few hiccups with uploading and it hasn't been every Thursday, but it's been every week. So make sure you follow and I will continue to provide you with a weekly video. Okay, so Wednesday was mega busy. On Thursday, the roofers came and they finished the ridge on the roof. So other than that, the roof was pretty finished anyway. It was just the ridge tiles that they needed to come and do. So it wasn't a long day for them here. I think they did till about 2. So yeah, they finished the ridge tiles and that meant that the roof was finished. Then all that's left is the cladding. So the roof is looking amazing, but obviously you can imagine we've got 2 dormers and a bit at the front that needs cladding. So even though the roof is finished, it doesn't quite look done yet. And obviously we don't have windows. But yeah, so what we did with the cladding in the end, we went for silver birch, which was expensive, £3 in the end. We discussed with the builder and he said take a chance and buy less. He said buy less than what he originally estimated, and then if he needs more, we'll just have to buy a few more. But then obviously if he doesn't need more, then we've saved ourselves some cash. So we decided to do that, we've gone with that. That's due to arrive next week. Okay, and like I said, Wales and West are the only people who can come and change the gas meter. So on Thursday we also had Wales and West here discussing the different outlets and stuff, and realised it's going to cost us even more. Yay! Right, they'll come and move the gas meter, they will disconnect it from the boiler, and then we've got to have a gas safe engineer to come and just fit it back to the boiler. Like, why can't they do that for £900? Honestly. It is shocking. So we have had to get the guy who's coming to do our underfloor heating, he's thankfully gonna come and have a look at it. Hopefully he can do it there and then, otherwise we're without a shower, which is not ideal. And then on Friday, it's a bit quieter. The guys were just insulating that room. Basically everything needs to be insulated, ready for plasterboarding. As you've seen, we've had some of the rooms plasterboarded already. They're called tumbled marble mandarin stone. They are expensive, but because the hallway's not massive, it's something that we did budget for from the beginning, so it's not going into our contingency, it was in the budget. So yeah, can't wait for those to get installed. So we're starting to think about tiles now. So like I said, plumbers asked us to buy the shower tray, so we're going to buy the shower tray, and I really need to start thinking about tiles. Looking at our budget for the bathroom, like, I'm going to be getting those disgusting tiles on the planet, because the ones I'm looking at, I'm like, oh yeah, £800, yeah, that'll be, no, we've got £200 for all of the tiling in the bathroom, so I'm going to be bargain hunting, I think. So that's what I've got for you for today's episode. That's week 12. I can't believe we're nearing the end, even though it doesn't feel like the end at the moment. We are nearly at the estimated date of completion. I already know it's not going to be that date, but it's nice to know that we're getting nearer to the end. You know, we're on the back end of it all, which is nice, and yeah, I just can't wait for the plastering to happen, because then that means we can get stuck in and start painting, and I can get off my ass and actually do something, which will be nice. So yeah, if you like this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the cladding choice, and if you would have paid to move the gas meter, and I will see you in next week's video.